as well as the older. Let's keep it locked right here. We're gonna keep it over. My man KW, tell him up. Tell him what's up with this album. Tell him, what should he feel, coming from you.
It's pretty hot, man. I use some cats like Rodney Jerkins on this, Fred Jerkins, his brother, myself, and it's kind of slightly different, as you said earlier, than my last two albums. It's the grooves are a little bit more aggressive. And it's very current. It's current. As you mentioned, it's something we wanted to expand my base. So we did that, and I just thank all you fans for supporting it. We allowed ourselves to come together and try to get a whole new demographic, the younger market as well as the old market. And that's what we did, and we feel very good about our accomplishment.
I want to ask you a question, though, because usually when people first come out, they self-title their first album, after themselves. But your third album, KW, why you wait for your third album to do that?
And you know what? That's funny you should ask that, because it was like you look at all the songs and it's just one of those things where you get tired of. I don't want to. Okay, Make Time for Love. That was the first album. You Make It Easy was the second album, and those are songs that was actually on the album at the time. This particular album, we figured I was gone for like 4 or 5 years without a record, and. Marketing started messing around with, my name and saying, well, why don't we just title it Keith, KW instead of, I Love You or, Bring It On and, with Keith Washington, Bring It On. No. So we just decided we just go with what we thought was good for the time, and put the name back into people's minds, and that's what we did.
All right.
No particular reason.
No, okay.
Let's play Scramble. No.
It wasn't like that. Nah. Okay. On this album, though, what I wanted to ask you, like, what obstacles that you had to overcome, or if any, to put this album out? You've been gone for such a while. It's a lot of people that's been coming out since you've been out. So like, what did you have to do? I know you co-produced and wrote a lot of your stuff. So just tell us, like.
It's interesting. I knew I had an audience out there for me. I knew I had a fan base. I knew that they was perhaps waiting for me to come back or whatnot, and it was nothing real difficult for me to do to get back in the game, because I was already, I had a name, and it's not like I left whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, get him out of here. It wasn't like that. It was like switching labels. I was at the time, my first two albums was on Quest Warner Brothers. This album is on Silas MCA. And it was a matter of just, coming together, making the right decisions, and making an album that fits today. It wasn't no strong thing like, oh man, I got to get a record deal, or man, I got to keep up with the Joneses, I got to get this thing happening. It wasn't nothing like that, man. It was a matter of people, that once believed in me, they still did. Lil Silas believed in me, MCA believed in me. So that's what happened, man.
So on this album, you got a favorite song? Like, what's one to stick out that you hold close to your heart? Like, you really feel like this is my song, all-time favorite?
Yeah. I could say that I do, but I don't. I love them all. Because when I'm writing them, they're all like my kids, man. They all, I grew, started from scratch writing them, and like your kids, you like all your kids, but they all have different personalities. Right. And that's what my song has, different personalities, but I still love them. I like them all. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that the fans go by this album as strong as hot. Y'all like it too.
Okay, that's right. Support KW. We're going to turn to another personality right now, so check this next video out. Wise with KW right here on the spot. Keep it locked. Aha, once again, I tell you who I'm with. KW, I'm here with Keith Washington. And you know me by now. If you don't, it's Wise. But right here, I want to ask you, Keith. I know I was definitely grooving off Candlelights and You with you and Shantae Moore, and I know you back with another song with it. So tell us about, tell us the title of that song and tell us about that song. And how is it working with Shantae Moore? It's a lot of duets, people doing things, but you asked her to come back and be a guest on your project. You know what I mean? So, tell us about that.
Well, Shantae and I have been friends for a while.
Okay.
I've known her before we had records out, and we always, said, when it come down to it, if she get a deal, I get a deal, we're going to look out for each other like that. So that's how that happened. Candlelight and You was a song that was on the House Party soundtrack, House Party 2, and that was never on my album, but it was on her first one. Now, this is, like you said, this one is on my album, and she's in the studio working on a new album. It's great. She's a great person. She got good personality. She brings fun to the table as well, and this song is called I Love You. That's on the new KW KW album, and that song was written by somebody that we all know, Shanice Wilson.
Okay.
She was a co-writer of that with a guy named Mark Fife that produced it. And it was fun working with Shantae. And it's a strong song. I believe so, and a lot of fans that's picking up this album heard it. They believe so, too.
You know what I hear when I listen to it, though? I hear a little bit of Marvin and Tammy. You know, was that like an influence type thing? You know?
Everybody says that. You know, everybody says that. I mean, that Shantae and I have a great chemistry. I think what it is, we are friends, and we respect our friendship, and it cuts through the music. You know what I'm saying? It comes through. But everybody have said that. You and Shantae, y'all gonna do an album together? And, you know, we don't know. But for right now, it feels good.
All right. Who are your musical influences? Like, who you like in the past and the present day? You know, who you liking, and who influenced you to get into the music business?
I think this was something for me to do. I think the plan was already laid out. I think God has blessed me with a talent, and I'm supposed to do this. But people that inspired me was like Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass, the OJs. I had a lot of women that inspired me too, like Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick, Barbra Streisand, Stevie Wonder. The list goes on, man. But as far as showmanship that I admire of artists that I've learned things from, that's Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin Gaye.
Oh, Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah, they was like the ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like Teddy got the girls throwing panties and bras.
Right.
You know. So those are the things that I just like enjoyed watching happen when they would perform.
Okay.
And I always said, well, one day I hope that happened to me. So it did. At Radio City Music Hall in New York, they were throwing bras and catch. Brother was like, damn. No, but you know, it was strong, man. So those are just to name a few. Those are some that inspired me.
All right. You have a young little alias. It's safe to say Keith Jasper.
Oh, man, get out of here. Throw him out the window. That was funny, man. The soap opera. You talking about General Hospital.
General Hospital,
you know,
definitely.
That was a trip.
Yeah.
That was, but it's funny how this business is. It's like when things are going on in your life and whatever element is going on in, everything comes at you.
Okay.
And that's how that happened, man. That just fell into my lap because Gloria Monty, the executive producer of General Hospital, she was in New York flicking through the channels and she saw my video, Kissing You. Right. And she's like, that's my Billy D. Williams for the show.
Right there, right?
Yeah, so she called my people up. At the time I was in Japan, and we flew back over here after the tour was over. I met with them, sit down, and they gave me a script, and I did the reading with the cast, and they dug it. And that's how that happened. But they didn't want to change my name, so they was like, well, we changed the last name to Jasper. Let's keep that Keith out there. So that was kind of cool that they did that, too.
So that General Hospital helped you launch into other things as far as movies and TV is concerned?
Yeah, it did. But then again, I didn't take advantage of a lot of this stuff because I was like, oh, come on, leave that acting to Denzel. Leave that acting to Wesley Snipes, you know. I never really saw myself being an actor, you know. But now that's something that's a stone that I want to turn over. I want to do that now. And we've been pursuing that. There's some things that we got in the fire that we look forward to, you know, me being a part of and the fans checking it out, too. So I dig it. It's cool now. But back then, it was like, I ain't doing nothing. The hell with the Martin Lawrence show. No. But Martin's a friend of mine. It was great, and that was another thing that people remember, and they seem to play that all the time, man.
A greatest hits type thing.
You know, play the Martin Lawrence show with Keith Washington, send him a check. It was all cool. It was fun, man. We enjoyed it.
All right. So that's it right there. Keith Washington, y'all about his acting career and everything, but we going to come right back with him. Check out this next video. Keep it locked right here on the spot. Aha, once again, about to go get something to eat with my man KW right here. Just want to let y'all know, he got a little something in store for you in Toronto, Canada, but I'm going to let him tell y'all about that.
I got a restaurant, soul food restaurant, American style restaurant. All y'all get on a plane. I know y'all can't afford to go to Toronto. Some of you people out there that just like can't afford the ticket, but you know, call me. I'll fly y'all to my restaurant. Y'all enjoy the food. No, but it's in Toronto, Canada, and it's called Somewhere Else, and it's an American-style soul food restaurant. We also serve Cajun food, too, for the Jamaicans down there, okay, man? So we got that. So it's pretty tight, man. It's been in effect now for like 2 years now.
So is your menu in French or is it in English?
It's in English, bro. Come on.
I know they speak French up
there. Yeah, my dad is French. My dad is Canadian, he don't speak a
No.
bit. But I mean, but at the same time, it's cool. We don't have a French menu up there, but
Okay.
we have like food that people can enjoy.
Down home cooking?
Yeah.
Okay. You
My
cook
cooks
yourself?
are from Detroit, huh?
You cook yourself? So if we come up there, we can
Yeah,
catch you in the kitchen?
Hey, the funny thing, I gotta tell you a story. I was around there at the restaurant, like just hanging out, making sure everything's cool. So a friend of mine, Mario Van Peebles, came in. And Mario's like, wow, it's a long line.
Right.
And he was in the back of the line, so they came back and said, Mr. Washington, a friend of yours is here. So I brought him in. I sat him down. I saw myself like fixing the table and all this stuff, and people was looking around like,
hospitality.
I mean, if he can do that, excuse me, Mr. Washington, can you come and pour me some water? I was like, oh God, that's something that I refuse to do. Right. And I'm not saying I refuse to do because it's like, man, I'm somebody. It's just that I ain't a kitchen kind of guy, if you think I'm gonna cook some food, you will starve to death. Okay. Or you're being salty. How you gonna burn some eggs, Keith? How you gonna burn some?
Your mom should have kept you on punishment.
Yeah, man. I can't cook. No, I can't. But I know how to make some money. No.
Ain't cooking that up. That's what's up. Well, we're gonna wrap this up because we know you got a busy schedule here today. But any words of encouragement for new artists that's trying to come out in this business? I know you took a lot of hands-on in your career, and paving the way. So
right. Well, the thing is, man, it's like you just said, keep hands on, man. You got to stay in the midst of it all. You can't let somebody control your career. It's all right to guide your career. Okay. But for someone to just take hands all on and just leave you in the back, right. There's too many things that's happening to artists, and people should take heed of that. Look at Tony Braxton. Look at, I've been through my drama. Look at, those that had mistakes and try to learn from them so you can, be a better person and a better businessman. See, this is show business. A lot of people just get a kick out of it. I just want a record out. But the thing is, make yourself a part of the game and not just like the game. You know what I'm saying? Be in it, know it, stay strong, and keep it real.
Okay. That's right. You heard it. Keep it real. Keep your hands on your own career. Guide your own path, let somebody help you out, but take control of yourself. You heard it from Keith Washington, I'm Wise, and we on the spot. We're going to wrap this up because my man got a date to do right now, so we're going to...
This is crazy about interviews. Yeah. I always got to get us out of here. You want to hang,
well, I'm trying to go get something to eat from your restaurant.
I know all that, man, but see, you trying to get me out of here now. It's late. The performance is over. We hanging. Guys, you chilling up. In fact, I want y'all to catch a plane, bring some food to us. Okay. So we can eat it here.
Bring it here.
Right?
Right. And what's the name of that restaurant again?
It's called Somewhere Else.
Somewhere Else. That's where we going. Somewhere Else. Right now. Check y'all later here on the spot. KW. I'm out. Pick up that album. It's definitely hot.
Hi, this is Keith Washington. You're checking me out on VTV. Bring it on. Check it.